Hello, and welcome to Moscato and Tea. This is the show for all things beauty, business, and community. With your hosts, Inez and Chiquita, keeping it raw, real, and unfiltered.
Crazy lady.
I still haven't got a name for you, but I think I'm going to just start calling you old lady.
And on that note, our other friend, I call her old lady. So
yeah, but you're the one that stays home all the time and acts that there's nothing outside of those four walls.
Well, with the outside those four walls, it's some crazy world. Okay, folks are just dropping like flies. Did you hear me? It's some crazy shit going on. Yeah. I was driving over, and somebody was like literally on skates in a bikini, just flat, skating up and down the street. I'm like, it's too early. You ain't even washed your ass, and you out here skating in a bikini. Like, what is going on?
And she said, I need to get a sweat on and say gas prices are too high, so I'm just gonna skate my way.
I'm just like,
get my
girl.
tan to the beach. Forget the beach. I'm gonna skate up and down the street and get my tan. That's hilarious.
I really was like, are we doing that now?
Yeah,
like
girl.
This is just too much.
People don't give a shit anymore.
They really don't. It just blows my mind. It's just like, what is going on? It's just insane to me. But it's
I love it.
But it just tripped me out. But today, I know people probably don't expect this from us, but I just want to talk about the sports world because a lot of things have been going on. And I'm just like really, interested, and it really kind of speaks to, our country and how the world is. And I know it's going to kind of take a turn into politics, of course. But I really want to talk about your boy Brady. He's not retiring. He's coming back. And I'll be honest, I'm not, I've never been a fan. But it's just like, where they do that at? I mean, is it just like, is there no one else out there that they can like praise and heap on? And no shade, yes, he's good or whatever, but it's just like, retire, rest,
Yeah.
Let it go.
Yeah, I just think that sometimes it's really difficult for people to let it go. Mm-hmm. They like that feeling that they have. That rush, the glory, the idolizing, the, all of that. And it's difficult to let a passion, your whole life, a passion, you've done it for a very long time, to let it go.
Yeah.
And figure out what's your next step.
I mean, I can understand that, but it's just like, I think the longer you're in that field,
of course,
you can really hurt yourself.
And I'm not. Listen, I'm not. I think it's. I was just like, dude, retire. Like, let it be.
Yeah.
Go. But some people want it. I mean, it's coming to the point where it's kind of like almost the Kobe syndrome. Except Kobe retired and decided, but Kobe wanted to go out with such a big bang. Mm-hmm. He wanted it to be like, I had so many rings, I had this, I had that, it became a detriment to him. Mm-hmm. Instead of enjoying and having the love of the game and just enjoying himself and saying, I'm lucky that I got to do this for a living, what I love, it became a detriment. Mm-hmm. And I think that's where Tom Brady is become a detriment. Instead of saying, I'm so lucky, I worked hard, I'm one of the few people that got to be in this industry and this game, and let it go and create something new. It's almost like he has a plan, an idea of how he wants to go.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? He wants to finish and retire on his terms.
Yeah.
And what his idea is of how he should be remembered.
I can see that.
That's how I'm just saying. That's what I'm saying. You're older now. Your body can't take it. You're playing with 20-something-year-olds that are younger, stronger. It becomes a point to me that I was like, I wonder why. The only thing I can think of is because he wants to be known as the only one who ever did and had this, and it's becoming a detriment to the point where
Addicted to that?
Yeah, I need a, I'm the only one who had 6 rings.
Yeah.
Now I want to be the only one. Get it to the point where it's so unattainable for someone else to do it that you're always there.
Yeah. The rush of it, the feel of it.
No, it's like I have 8 Super Bowl rings. Let's just say.
Yeah.
That is so. It's for somebody else to attain that would take years and years and years and a lot of hard work. So you'll always be known as the only one who had that glory. So that's the way I look at it. That's the only reason at this point in age that I can think of that would make someone go back out there and put themselves, in that position. Right?
Yeah, it's tough.
It's tough because it's tough. You want to be known as the only one or one of the top. He already is a great. Yeah, there is nothing else. So what is he proving to himself?
That's true.
I think he's trying to prove something to himself, not the world, because the world already thinks that he's great. That he's the GOAT and originator. So he already has those acclimates. So is he trying to prove it to himself? Or say, I was the oldest one. I knew I could do it. My body, mind tells me I can. Do you know what I'm saying? So it's one of those, it's one of those things that I'm like, at this point when you've pretty much
you've done everything.
Everything possible. This isn't about, it's about you. And what you want accomplished. That's all
Yeah.
That's it. Because I'm saying the same thing. I'd be like, man, I would have retired and said, after you, everybody, leave me alone.
Listen, I would be on a boat cruising somewhere.
And I'm not putting my body through that anymore.
Listen, after 1 year,
in 20 years, he's pushing forward. In 20 years, then what? How, in 20 years, how badly is this body gonna, is going to be like, even with myself and the physical job I have of waxing and eventually, like, even now I'm like, ooh, I can't do it like I used to.
Writing and stuff in the paint.
Writing and eventually there comes a point where you're like, okay, I can't do this anymore. What's the next step in my life? I created something here and I'm happy with it.
Yeah. No, I thought of some which we forgot to talk about. I was going to bring it up and stuff. But it's really like after a while on your body it wears down, which reminds me I need to get back in the gym.
Girl, don't we all?
Get back into that.
I mean, but good luck to him.
Yeah, no, of course.
You know what I'm saying? I'm just saying, like, good luck.
Yeah.
I just, I'm trying to figure it out too. And I go, if I think about it, I go, it has to be something personal inside of him that he needs to get done, or it's either that, or it's to the point where he pushed himself and has an idea of how he wants his retirement to be.
Yeah, and with that, going into Russell Wilson, he is now Denver Broncos, going to be the quarterback for Denver Broncos, and that's around like $35 million a year, and that was very interesting because he's been with Seattle forever.
Yeah.
So, and I saw the the conference and everything with the kids and stuff like that, and Sierra's a ride or die. Got to give it to her.
And that's her husband. She better be right.
Well, of course. But it's just really interesting, being in that industry, being a wife in that industry, and all the travel and everything that goes along with it and stuff like that, and how it really, the demands of it all and what it puts on you and stuff like that. Could you be married to somebody in that sports world, in that field?
No.
Yeah.
Already no.
Yeah.
Yes. I had opportunity and I said no. There's a lot of things. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's just
the groupies and the.
It's just not for me.
Yeah.
I've had opportunity. There's whatever, and I just entertainment. I just. You know what? And here's the thing. Here's the thing. When they're in their glory and their high day, you're young, you're fun. It takes a very, and mind you, I'm a strong, independent kind of woman, and I'm not jealous. I'm not all of that. But at the end of the day, to me, that lifestyle comes with something.
Yeah. And, yeah, because it really makes you think. Because it's like, do you want to deny that person you love their right to follow their dreams?
No, absolutely not. But say you got to do it. I just couldn't do it because of who I was and what I wanted. And I'm a very private person. I like my I like certain things that I, you know, and at that time and at that age, that wasn't going to be feasible for me. And I'm not going to be fighting every bitch that's coming up to you and being all of that. Like, I'm not going to do that.
Yeah.
You know, women are very disrespectful. You know, women, you know, it can get very ugly. And I was like, you know what? I need peace of mind. You could love me all you want, but you're human. And a lot of times, baby, I'm wrong, but a lot of times when you have, Sierra has her own type of money, so it's not like a big deal, right? But a lot of these women who are with these men aren't on Sierra's type of level of money and independence where they can just, you know what I'm saying? So you get accustomed to a certain kind of lifestyle, right? And when they're making that kind of money, it comes with a lot of things. Right?
So true.
It comes with a lot of things, and I realize that, and I'm like, nobody's going to tell me what to do.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And just because you got money doesn't mean I'm going to do what you tell me, and you're allowed to do whatever the hell you want to do. And that's going to be a problem for me.
Crazy coming out.
Yeah, that's going to be a problem for me because I know myself. So I rather step back and say, do you, appreciate, high five, keep it pushing.
Yeah.
Good luck to you. You know, because then I said, am I going to make myself crazy?
Yeah, because the media would be all in your business.
And am I going to have to shank a bunch of people? I can't do it. Over the money?
Yeah. The fans and the way they treat the people, and it's just like how they feel like they can tell you what to do, and talk to you in any kind of way,
and be all up in your business. Woo-wee. And then I know this from it was opportunity. It wasn't in the sports world. It was it was, and I was just like, I can't do it because we're gonna have a problem.
Yeah.
No. We're going to have a problem.
Yeah, no compromise there.
Because I understand it's your job.
Yeah.
And I understand it's your passion, what you got to do. So I understand there's certain things you have to do, and there's certain things that come with that.
Yeah.
Right? That's not the issue. The issue is, can I myself be able to fall asleep, go and do the things that I need to do and not worry about stupidity?
Listen.
Because that's even with any regular man.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
He's going to cheat. He's going to not. But add that with a regular guy, who isn't in that limelight. It's true. Already hard. Imagine someone who is in the limelight. How much worse. And then for me, I would be pissed. If you fucking embarrass me in front of the world because you can't keep it in your pants.
And the women have to just sit
there and be like, no.
Yeah.
No.
I couldn't do it.
So that's why I said, mejor, get yourself out of that shit. Because I already know myself.
Yeah.
I see these poor women, the humiliation they got to go through.
Yeah.
I'm like, are you out of your... hell no, because he got a small penis and it fucking sucked, okay?
You can't be doing that.
But that's what do you know what I'm saying?
Yeah. The pettiness will come out.
I'm super petty.
We know.
I'm super, I say, know your toxic trait. And my toxic trait is pettiness.
Yeah.
And I will wait it out to perfect opportunity and get you back.
Oh, my God.
I know this about myself.
Yeah. Okay.
That's why I couldn't, because you humiliate, then I'll wait.
Yeah.
And then when I get you so good, I'll walk away and laugh in your face.
Yeah.
So I said, in that kind of scenario, it would be petty. It wouldn't work for me.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Listen, understandable. Completely
and then, right now, too, look at this. Odell Beckham just found out that the Rams made him a free agent.
Oh, interesting.
Yeah.
He just had a baby, too.
Yeah. He's a free agent now, So in this world...
And it's constantly changing, too.
It's constantly changing.
Yeah.
Sports, you don't know. They're always criticizing. It's like... It's such a high expectation for them. It puts them in such pressure.
It does. It really does.
And then the pressure, and then I know the moodiness that comes when you win
or lose.
Yeah. It's when they win, it's highs. When they lose, it's lows. Like, leave me alone. It's like, yo, That's an emotional roller
Yeah.
coaster.
And they will come at you.
And yes, and for the type of money that they are making,
And
$35 million.
Yeah.
Say, put your body and then the stress, your family. It's a lot. So, I mean, you're saying Sierra. I said, yeah, but Sierra's in a different format in position that it's okay, that she can live her life and do her thing and be supported of him. And they make it into a very unified and we got each other backs kind of situation, because there's nobody, not one person is in control. It's a team because they both bringing in the same kind of money and situation into a scenario.
Yeah. No, it's perfect. Well, on the note with the money and all that stuff, it kind of goes also into a twofold type of situation where we just celebrated equal pay and women's, equal pay and stuff like that, but we're still seeing a lack of pay for women in basketball, women in, soccer,
sports in general.
Yes, tennis, like all that stuff.
And it's like that young lady, I can't remember her name, who they can't seem to find her, who was a player, NBA,
Brittany Griner.
Yes.
Yeah, that's what I was just going to go into, and it's just like it leads into this type of situation where
would they just allow her to disappear if it was LeBron James?
Yeah, and they're holding her until I believe May, they said, and it's just like she had to go over there to make actual money, a living. And it's just like
shouldn't they be now?
Because if they could pay no shade, Russell, make your money, but if they could pay him $35 million, why is she going off to? And yeah, it's a different sports, basketball, football, different. But just in general, I'm just saying the money for her to have to go off and do that, and it's like.
Well, here's the thing. I will tell you this. I mean, I don't think people believe that women are just as good as men in sports. It's just the nature of the beast. There has been such a focus on men's sports, sponsorships, people, all of these things have been so focused on men's sports that they do have a lot more money to play with.
And that's interesting because you would think women would have the most influence. You know what I'm saying? From entertainment, politics, just social media and all that stuff.
Well, they do. I mean, let's keep it 100. Women rule the world, so men want to take over in some place, okay? So, the sports world is where they have that, idea. I mean, they were waiting for a women's basketball team and, professional, but it doesn't get the same love and play as
the
WNBA doesn't get the same thing as the NBA. So, unfortunately, in other countries and other things, they do take that. In here, they don't. So I could see why she's like, well, I had to play overseas to get what I'm worth because out here. But let's talk about it. Do you are they doing WNBA type of things where they're putting it on NBC, ABC, big time, where they can get sponsorships and people paying, for commercials.
Do they have the video games like the guys have the video?
They don't have none of that.
So
and if they do, I don't know about it, but I haven't heard about it. But
I haven't either.
Do you know what I'm saying? It's not that kind of thing. And women are just as good or sometimes even better in sports.
Oh, yeah.
When you talk about a lot of here's the thing. Here's another thing. When it came to Olympics,
a
lot of the sports that are played across the board are professionals in the men's. When it comes to women, it's not as many professionals.
Yeah, that's true.
Okay? And they're still playing. Yeah. They're still making, you know what I'm saying? And even still, let's talk about how in the, the Olympics, the women's soccer team brought in and did all this stuff. Remember? What kind of love and sponsorship and parades and shit did they get? Nothing.
Yeah, that's so true. I didn't see nothing.
Not a thing. It wasn't like, oh, yay. But at the end of the day, it's up to, they're looking at consumers and who's bringing in the money. It's not like that for women. Yeah. It's definitely like that for men.
So that means that the consumers need to be, really pushing and gravitating more towards the women.
You know why Venus and Serena?
Yeah.
It's tennis.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
That's true.
And a lot of women, play that sport. They go in, and it's a very worldwide
Yeah, because they're getting.
And I still don't believe they probably got paid the way they should have.
Oh yeah,
to be honest.
No, of course not. They
You know?
still are old.
They still, they still were under rated and underpaid and under that at the level.
And get the most scrutiny too.
They're scrutinizing Serena's outfit.
Yeah.
What the hell does that got to do with her playing?
Yeah.
But a guy can come in basically shirtless and however he wants to, and it's like, oh, it's a new fashion sense. It's always that of keeping women down. And also, she was a woman of color, and she's kicking ass out there.
Yeah.
Hey, where's the sponsorship? I think, she got money from Nike, but they should have taken it to a whole nother level.
Yeah.
Because now you got young girl, everybody like I can. We're putting on Nike.
Yeah.
Where is that?
It's like the power, like you say, is with the consumers. Like we really need the people to really push and gravitate more towards, women's sports and really bring people. Because we, at the end of the day, we're the ones going to the stores, buying the food, drinking the drinks and all that stuff, creating the culture. And if we came, and we've talked about this in the past, came together as one and really push an agenda, things will shift and change.
Absolutely. If more women were out there and say, we demand and we want to see, and just as much
use
as
those tears for this.
Exactly. And pay women who are professionals. I want to see them. I want to do, I think it would be a whole different, kind of situation. Super Bowl, let's say that, right? Super Bowl.
Yeah.
Women are great. They love to bring women for halftime shows.
Yeah.
Right?
Yep. So
they
true.
love to have the entertain. We're great for entertainment. And shake a little ass, do a little dance, do whatever. But when it comes to sports, it's kind of like, sit on the sideline.
Exactly.
You're not that good. And that is so not true.
It's crazy. It's eye-opening.
Very much so.
When you really think about it. I didn't even know we had like a female hockey team for the Olympics. And it's just like, you never hear about it.
No. Do you know what they talk about when it comes to Olympics? Track and field.
Yeah, track and field on
gymnastics.
Yeah, gymnastics, yeah.
And what else? Skating.
Yeah. That's true.
Why? Because that's a little bit more, I think, the more feminine portion of the sports. Right? Gymnastics, you're folding, you're jumping, you're still very ladylike, right?
Oof, Lord.
Okay, you're skating. It's very elongated. It's almost like you're dancing. Blah 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 blah. Very much so, right?
Yeah. So true.
And what else was the other one I just said? I can't remember. But anyways, you don't see that same kind of love for soccer where the girls are pop pop. Getting out there, going out. You don't see that love. Hockey, women's hockey. You like what they're out there pop pop doing the same thing. Where's that love?
Yeah.
Women's basketball. Where's that love?
Nothing. You barely hear about it.
Exactly, because that's the sport
you
where
barely see people in the stands.
Girl, that's the sport where there's literally sweating, contact sport. Women don't do contact sports, okay? There was what was it? Was it Love and Hip Hop? I think it was. Yeah, it was Love and Hip Hop. That there was one chick who played football. There was a women's league, and she played football and the whole thing. And
no, that was
that's what was Love and Hip Hop.
No, that was Basketball Wives.
Was it Basketball Wives?
Basketball Wives.
See,
OG.
OG. Okay, yeah. Was she? Okay, she was Basketball Wives.
Yes, Basketball Wives.
You're right.
Yeah.
But the whole thing, and but I was like, why is she playing football like that? Isn't she worried about scraping up her body and protective? You know what I'm saying? That's my idea.
Unfortunately, it came from a lot of women downing her for playing. That really surprised me, and I was like, "Really, y'all?"
I was like, "Dope." I was like, "Too bad."
Cool.
I was like, "Shit, I didn't know about that. I would have played because I get some aggression out."
Yeah.
But my more thing was like, "Damn, I scraped my elbow, my leg, my thigh."
The second I see a little blood on my finger, I'm like,
I was like, the protective.
Yes.
I don't mind playing, but I want to bop bop.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And just be protected like a man. If that was the case with guys in no shirts and just some pad and some little, how do you call it? Tangas, a little thong out there running.
You're a mess. You are a mess. I swear to God.
I'm just saying, I would watch that football.
Yeah. No, that would be very interesting.
Yeah, I'd be like, hey, boo, what the heck? Let's see that. Also, I like soccer, men's soccer.
I've never really gotten into soccer. I like football and basketball.
Do you know that I got into...
But soccer is like the biggest thing around the world.
It's the biggest sport.
Interesting.
And, I didn't really care for soccer for a while. I wasn't really into it till I had a friend who used to love World Cup.
Okay.
And soccer.
Yeah.
And she got me into watching soccer, and we watched the World Cup. And I was like, is this what I've been missing? All these fine-ass men out
yes,
there.
they are.
I was like, what? So I was like, I'm watching soccer.
Yeah.
And it's I used to play soccer as a kid, so it was fun when you're playing. But to watch it on screen, I could see how, it really is exciting. And then I was like, wow, look at all these men. I was like, damn, fine-ass men from soccer all over the world. I was like,
no, they are some good-looking men.
But their fans are fanatics.
There was one a couple weeks ago, a game or whatever, in Mexico or something like that. And I guess somebody lost, and like the fans were fighting each other and killed each other over a game.
They're fanatics. It's kind of crazy.
I was like, oh my God.
But I was like, I'm mad at men's soccer. Like, that's a little sport there. Like, that was highly underrated. I didn't realize the fine. And their bodies, I was like, woo!
Oh yeah, no, they are.
I was like, man,
it's some
deliciousness over there.
Yes, something to look at. You really want to look at.
I'll be like,
got my attention.
Yeah.
It's like I never really watched it, but I'll watch it now.
Girl, I was on World Cup. Where are they coming from around the world? I want to see what they got all over the country.
I know. Seriously, like it was very interesting. But yeah, no, I'll check it out one day. Look into it. But yeah, normally I'll watch. I mean, I've played. A long time ago. I'm not good at it, but I played tennis. I understand tennis a little bit, but of course I just watch Venus and Serena.
Even
but
I've
never really like. Besides them, it's like
even when they were playing, I tried to watch it. It was boring to me. So I was like, that's like what people are gonna kill me for this, but I hate baseball. I think it is the most
me too.
boring ass game.
I cannot get into that.
I'll try, but when it's fun.
And I actually wrote a book about romance. About baseball.
You sure
but
did.
I can't even watch it.
I know, but when baseball is fun for me?
What?
When I'm at the game.
It's a long game, though, from what I hear.
It's a long game, but with a beer and a hot dog and talking shit, all the things that I love to do, it's fun.
But
to watch it on TV, I was like, my. Unless I watch the World Series. World Series is more a little action. But even still, I'll be like, how many more innings we got?
Yeah, no, I can't get into baseball. It's just too long.
Yeah,
it's
my grandpa loved baseball.
Yeah.
So sometimes I'll sit and try to watch it. I'm like, Grandpa, what you watching here? Like, this is boring. No, we're going to third base. I was like, all right, I got you.
One day, like I said, I might, I ain't going to lie. I'm not going to watch it.
Yeah, no, like I'll watch a World Series here and there. If it's a good game, it can be exciting. Don't get me wrong. It can be exciting when it's good, but a lot of times I just find it super boring.
I just feel like it's so, all the sports are dangerous in general, but it's just like, I don't know.
And well, why I also like to, I'm an asshole, but I love it because a lot of my Dominicans, Dominican brothers, be on the field, and then when they put the mic in their accent, I love it because they'd be like, "Oh, wait a minute," and he'd be like, "Huh? Wait, where's he from? Oh, Dominican, Dominicano, Puerto Rican." And, I'd be watching, and I'd be like, "Oh," and I was like, "You see, mofos, this is my attitude. You see, we come in all colors. Let's get that correct."
I'm done with you.
Latinos come in all colors, okay?
I'm so done with you.
We still black, but our culture is we speak in Spanish, okay?
You're a mess. And one thing though, with speaking, trying to, women's equal pay and all this stuff, and trying to build this and build that. We finally, slowly and gradually, now that we're back to podcasting, we're adding new stuff to our show. And one of those things is Patreon. So I'm really excited that we're going to be doing Patreon. We're going to be doing, I hate to do it, but you always get on me. We're going to be doing videos for Patreon and stuff behind the scenes. I don't like it, but, we're going to get ourselves out there.
It was pulling teeth.
So we're going to be doing Patreon, some bloopers. You're going to be seeing that.
And it's going to be really kind of, do pre-COVID. It was something we were really kind of thinking about because, we were being asked a lot today when people wanted to see our interaction because they could feel it, us here, but to see it in person. Then COVID hit, and then it was kind of one of those things that, we tried to do it. It just didn't work out for us. I'm not technically advanced for none of that. She isn't either. So now that we're back and up and running, we miss all of you guys and really want to allow for you guys to kind of see where we're coming from and how this amazing friendship and podcast came about. And see our dynamic because, honest, you guys, what you see here and what you're hearing is what it is really in real life.
It really is.
Even when we turn off, we're exactly the same. Like I said, she'll text me and I'm like, ha ha, I'm putting all kinds of craziness in her text. We are like that. And the thing about it too, we do have lives, so we don't see each other or hang out like, people think. So what you're getting and when we're seeing is authentically us.
Very raw and real.
Yeah. And us getting together and being able to discuss our stuff. We used to do it a lot when I had a salon and we were in the salon. So this is kind of our version of being in a salon, in a room, except you guys get to hear all the shit we talk about.
And it's all going to be on Patreon. So I want you guys to go to our website, our social media, sign up. And we'll have the links and everything there. We're going to be talking about it, posting about it. And also, we're going to start to have a newsletter, finally. And that's going to be kind of like the same thing as Patreon, but it's going to be a little bit more in-depth about, writing, about beauty, giving you guys tips. If you have, questions or, you want to...
We really kind of want to make it more interactive. Yes. If you have a question, answers. We, all of these things. I know right now, the big thing in podcasting right now is having interaction with your listeners, and a question or answer. You have a question, we love to answer. Rapid fire questions. We're gonna throw those out. Like, what would you do? We really want to make it more interactive and really have you guys be kind of part of our journey and what we're doing here.
Yes. And if you want to do consultations with either one of us, if you, how to start a business or getting in the beauty business or learning, about being author and all that stuff, you go to our newsletter. It's going to be on Substack. And there you can really, email us a question and we can sign you guys up to talk with us, and it'll be a little bit more in-depth compared to just, answering one or two questions. We can really talk with the person either 30 minutes or an hour, and it's really going to dig deep into what you want, your goals are, and also how our expertise can help you and grow in your business. So hit us up, go to our social media or our website, and you will see all that information. And once again, thank you guys for listening. We appreciate you and for hanging out with us. I was texted you and I told you how one of our episodes coming back, we had close to 500 downloads because we've been gone so long, and then we just pop a new episode. So that really, we really appreciate you guys for really listening, because that shows us we've been missed.
And it really kind of, honestly, it's honored and really humbling, where we don't have big names. Yes. We're not celebrities. We're just no, girl, even though I act like one.
Yes,
but
you do.
I'm a diva and I'm a dramatic. But it's very humbling and nice that you guys want to listen to us, and it's very honoring and appreciative. And I want to say thank you to that, because honestly, it really just came from us being in a wax room and talking, and never
cracking
thought that
jokes.
Really, I never thought people would really want to hear.
Yes,
hear what the hell
because we are a mess.
Absolutely.
But we appreciate you guys, and we can't wait to talk with you guys a little bit more.
All right.
Thank you.
Thanks.
Bye.
Thanks for listening. Take a little time to enjoy your brand of Moscato and Tea with us every day. Subscribe, rate, and follow us on Instagram, Twitter, Facebook, and MoscatoandTea.com.